Well, Bill Gates was put on the spot again over his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, which he has been less than forthcoming about over the years. You've got to take a look at this clip. This is Australia's ABC 7:30 host Sarah Ferguson in an interview on Monday, pressing Gates on some questions that he's gotten before, but it's always worth getting his answers to them given the seriousness of the allegations. Let's roll the clip.
Now, one of the issues that's dogged you is that of your relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. Do you regret the relationship that you maintained with him against Melinda's advice and wishes?
Oh, I've said that I mean, you're going way back in time, but yeah,
New audience.
I will say for the, over 100th time, yeah, I shouldn't have had dinners with him.
Epstein had a way of sexually compromising people. Is that what Melinda was warning you about?
No. I mean, no, I had dinner with him, and that's all.
And that you regret the relationship, the acquaintance?
That I had dinner with him.
And the relationship between the foundation and Epstein,
There never was any relationship of any kind.
So that's not true, and he's really twisting the truth to be able to say there was never any relationship at any time. Flight logs show that he flew to Palm Beach, despite saying at one point he had never been to Palm Beach. His excuse was, on Epstein's jet, his excuse was that he didn't know it was Jeffrey Epstein's jet. Several meetings at the Manhattan townhouse, the infamous Manhattan townhouse took place. Bill Gates was there for those. So to say there was no relationship is a complete lie on that question, and you can see him in that interview. I think one of the reasons it's valuable to continue putting him in the spot, especially in live physical interviews, he's physically squirming. He's trying to make the interviewer uncomfortable for asking the question. He's like, I've done it, I've asked it. But I thought she asked a great question. This was allegedly one of the reasons Melinda Gates divorced him. This played a role, she says, in their divorce. I don't know how true that is, or whether it was just a way to get herself off the hook for having this involvement. But Bill Gates just said people told him that Epstein was rich. Maybe he could get some money for the Gates Foundation out of him.
I think what Gates means is that he didn't, no pun intended, consummate the relationship between the foundation and the Gates Foundation.
No money changed hands.
Right. So because there were meetings and there were discussions and dinners about where Epstein was saying that he even said at one point that he had potentially trillions of dollars of his clients' money that he could put toward a foundation Gates was running. That was a red flag for some of Gates' staffers who are like, no, you definitely do not have trillions of dollars. Like that's completely absurd. His staff also learned that he was a sex criminal. And what distinguishes Bill Gates' relationship for a couple of years with Epstein from some of the other people is that a lot of them met him before he was arrested.
Dershowitz, for instance.
Basically statutory rape.
Yeah.
Some of them continued hanging out with him. He remained popular in New York after he got out of this Florida prison for doing that very short stint that he did. Gates, however, met him after he got out of prison.
Yes.
Which somehow is just a level above.
That is the key part of this story. I mean, he knew.
And his staff was like, came to him, it seems like, and said, well, you know that this guy went to prison for sex crimes?
Yeah.
And this is who you're setting us up with to meet about, like, merging our foundations? You really think that that would be a good look for us? And then Epstein, there's emails where Epstein gets frustrated that Gates is now ghosting him after a couple years of them having met every now and then at the mansion or having dinner. And so, like Gates said, that money didn't change hands, but it seemed like there had to be some pressure. I liked the way that the presenter, though, was pressing him on what was it that Melinda Gates was so nervous about? Like, why was she warning you against him?
I just think that's so key, and I'm really glad she pushed on that question because Bill Gates is not an idiot. Bill Gates had all of this evidence. I mean, Jeffrey Epstein, obviously, the case didn't completely blow up until it got more and more national attention at a later date, but they knew. They knew he had served the jail time for, I think it was the charge of soliciting prostitution from a minor. They knew he was a registered sex offender. They're probably justifying, this is the very best case scenario, they're justifying in their mind, well, hey, if we can help the Gates Foundation and the benefactors of the Gates Foundation by securing this guy's money is probably not so great, but maybe we can get the money out of him, it's fine. But Bill Gates should know that Jeffrey Epstein is rumored to have intelligence connections. He should know that Ghislaine Maxwell comes from a family that's rumored to have intelligence connections. And he should know that either way, an alleged billionaire who is a registered sex offender might be doing something that could harm him, could harm his foundation, could harm his businesses. And so to make multiple trips, to fly on the jet, it does not add up whatsoever.
No, not impressive.
Super, super worth following up on this. If you're a journalist out there who gets another sit down with Bill Gates, don't let him tell you that it's asked and answered. He's been there, done that. And we'll obviously continue to follow any updates on the saga of Bill Gates and Jeffrey Epstein as they become available.
Hey guys, ready or not, 2024 is fully upon us now, and Sagar and I have been brainstorming ways that we can really up our game for this critical election.
Yeah, we rely on our premium subs to expand our coverage, to add staff, to upgrade the studio. We just want to give you the best independent coverage of this election, which is possible. So if you can help us out, become a premium subscriber today, breakingpoints.com, or the link is down here in the description video. It really means the world to us, and if you like what we're all about, this is the best possible way to keep us 100% independent, working only for you.